From architecture to painting and sculpture, literature to live music and theater. Radio 111 presents Bonnie G and Brian Mendoza with The Desert Scene, your connection to culture and entertainment in the desert cities. Here's Bonnie and Brian.
And welcome to The Desert Scene. I'm your host, Bonnie G, here with my fabulous producer, Brian Mendoza. And we're happy to welcome today Joni Padduck, who is with Script2Stage2Screen, a wonderful theater group here in town. And they're kicking off their new season pretty soon. Hi, Joni. How are you?
I'm well, Bonnie. How are you this morning?
Good. So, first of all, and I've meant to ask this before. You, what's your official title with the group? I believe you're part of the organizing staff or the creative staff. Yes.
Yeah, I'm actually on the executive team. I've been involved with Script2Stage since they started in 2010.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you guys have a really exciting, well, before we talk about your season, for people who don't know, I did some stuff way back when with Script2Stage2Screen. Tell people a little bit about the company and how they got that name and the types of shows that you put on.
Yeah, sure. It started, as I said, in 2010, and what the goal is to do original works that have never been performed before. It's, from playwrights pretty much around the country. And actually this year we got a lot of scripts, about 80 scripts from around the country, as well as Germany and Thailand. So the word's getting out. But the idea is to do it as a staged reading, but we have props and people move around. They're not standing at music stands. Mm-hmm. And then also we have had two works that have actually gone to fully staged performances and then to the screen. So that's how the Script2Stage2Screen got its name originally.
Excellent.
Now we're just really focusing on the stage readings.
And usually, I believe, after every performance, and if it's possible to have the playwright there, I think often they're there. Sometimes they're out of town. But do you always have the Q&A afterwards with the audience?
Particularly when the playwright is there, yes, we do. Mm-hmm. We do open it up even if the playwright's not, but we really love to have the playwright with us.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's talk about this season. So the first opening is Don't Vote for Me on Friday, October 21st. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's a political comedy drama. It's set in the rural Midwest, and it's about this gentleman who's retiring from his role as the fire chief, and his friends are trying to talk him into taking the job of mayor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of timely because I think people will get the opportunity to have some laughter before the midterm elections a couple weeks after that.
Yeah, and we're going to need the laughter, I'm sure. Okay, and that was written by Kerr Lockhart of Frederick, Maryland, and who's directing that one?
It's Hal O'Connell.
Oh yes, we love Hal. Okay, and how large a cast is it?
There are, 5 or 6. We haven't started the rehearsals. I think there are 6 actors in this one.
Okay, and let's talk a little bit about some of the other things coming up. So Widow's Waltz is coming up in November. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that was written by Dennis Lacombe, who's one of our local playwrights, and we've done at least one of his works that I can remember offhand. And the tagline, if you will, for that is being alone is the hardest thing, even in a place like Palm Springs. So it's set in the local desert area.
Oh, that's great. People love that. All right. All About Moonbeams. What a great title. That sounds like such fun. Is that a comedic drama? Okay. Tell us about that.
Yes, it is. And June August, also another one of our local playwrights, wrote this one. And it's about 5 women who live in an upscale 55-plus community, and they join a memoir writing workshop. So there's a lot of, personal reflections that will be in that one. We kind of have staged this season to have a theme of relationships. Mm-hmm. And, we have a great mix of plays, scripts that will be, funny and cause reflection. There's one that's a mystery. There's some tragedy involved. So it's kind of an interesting season. Probably we feel like we've got 8 of the best scripts that we've ever had. Oh,
that's great. And I won't go through all of them, but I just like this next, Cozy Murder. So that sounds like fun. Tell us about that.
Yeah. There is a little getaway weekend, and a guest turns up dead. So everybody is trying to figure out who done it, and or if it was a murder, and then who done it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And now, are you performing this year in any of these?
No, I'm not. I kind of prefer being behind the scenes. I'm actually working with Hal as his stage manager for Don't Vote for Me. So I actually worked with him last year on a play, and loved working with him. He's great to work with.
Yeah, he's a sweetie. He's a good. Now, let's talk a little bit. First of all, these are performed at the Unitarian Universal Church of the Desert on Via Vale in Rancho Mirage. All stage readings take place at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $10. And let's talk about your COVID policies, because this is important for people to know. Right.
Yeah, it really is. We follow the church's COVID policy, which is everyone has to be vaxxed, and they have to show proof of vaccine. They have to wear a mask anytime they're indoors in the building, and we really enforce it. If we see people that's sliding down, it has to be over the nose and mouth, and we're going to serve some refreshments at some of the shows this year, but they'll be outside on the patio. We don't consume any beverages or food or anything inside the building.
Okay.
I mean, somebody could bring their water if they like, but yeah. And we've got the seating set up so that there's a little more space than normal between the seats. That's
great. Now, have you had, this is, I'm not to go off into a political thing, but have you had most patrons pretty understanding about the COVID policies and not have any issues with them in general?
They've been excellent. They've been really compliant. We have, we just, our Steve Fisher, our artistic director, always reinforces it at the beginning, just as a reminder. But yeah, we haven't had any problem with compliance at all.
Yeah, well, that's excellent. And I want to go back to the Q&As afterwards with the playwrights. If you found, since you've been involved with the organization for quite a while, does it seem that most playwrights are pretty open to, because many times the audience has suggestions, right? They didn't like this, or this character should have done that, or whatever. Have you found that most playwrights are pretty open to hearing that kind of thing?
Very much so. In fact, they really encourage it, and we've known several playwrights that have gone back and changed things in the script, because that's part of their process. They want to see it staged. They want to hear the feedback, what worked, what didn't work, and without exception, they've been very open to it.
Mm-hmm. And do you have regulars? Do you have a regulars in your audience that pretty much like season tickets, that people that come to every show?
We do. A lot of people, because there are 8 shows and they're once a month with the exception of December. But we do have people that come back to pretty much every show. We do have some season ticket holders, and we do offer that. But pretty much it's a one-off each time. Mm-hmm.
And when you, I guess it's summertime, do you get lots and lots of submissions for folks that want to see their plays done, have a stage reading done?
Yeah, this year we had a total of 80, and they came from pretty much all around the country. And then we had some submissions, as I mentioned earlier, from Germany and Thailand. So that was pretty exciting for us.
And then that's really amazing. That's really a very flattering thing for this little theater company in Palm Springs to get that. So, and do you have a committee that goes through everything and sort of decides what they're going to do for that season?
We do. We have a new works committee that's, I don't know how many people are on it. I don't happen to be one of the people on it, but they read and review every single submission. And then they meet and, give their feedback. They send in feedback to the artistic director, Steve, and then they meet to decide which ones they're going to actually go with.
All right, so if somebody wants to come, so the opening show again is Don't Vote for Me, Friday, October 21st, Saturday, October 22nd. Now, can you just show up at the door and buy tickets, or do you have to pre-order?
We prefer that you pre-order. We want to make sure that we don't, have too many people in the sanctuary. But if someone shows up, they certainly can pay at the door. It's cash or check only, that we don't take credit cards yet. All
right, Script2Stage2Screen. If you haven't gone to see something there, you really should check it out. It's really a fun experience, and it's lovely. The church is a lovely setting, and they do fun stuff, and you get to sit afterwards and do a Q&A with the playwright and put your 2 cents in. So, well, Joni Padduck, thank you so much. Best of luck to you guys this season, and say hi to Steve. I've known Steve for a long time, and I hope you have a wonderful season.
Thank you so much, Bonnie. Have a great day.
You too. All right, Joni Padduck with Script2Stage2Screen, and we'll see you next time on The Desert Scene.